Call the Vergne Planning Commission June the 29th, 2010 regular meeting to order. We have a quorum present. Go over the minutes, please. Need an approval.
Jim, I make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
We have a motion to accept as submitted. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. New business, final plat, Nicorado Industrial Park, 3 lots, 91 acres, located on New Paul Road. Tax map 17, parcel 38 and 40, I-2 zoning district. Property owned by Patriot LLC.
Mr. Chairman, this is a final plat for 3 lots. One lot is planned for the Nicorado dealership. This lot is approximately 11 acres. Another lot is planned for the detention for the whole development there, and kind of shows you here. This is the intended lot for the Nicorado dealership. This is the lot for detention for the entire site, and this is the final lot. It's for future development to be re-subdivided later, and everything has been taken care of from the workshop. The variance for underground utilities has been granted, so the plat meets all city requirements.
Just a couple of questions, yeah. On the summary, it's identifying they wish to provide a bond for all improvements. Do we know what that bond is? Has that been identified?
Yes, sir. This is bond for the roadway and utilities, and they have presented us a bond estimate on that, and
the estimate was $694,000, and then of course we'll increase that by 20%, like our regs say. The main reason why they're wanting to do this is when they get started on doing the public improvements, they're wanting to go ahead as quick as possible to try to get the building permit. Now, to do that, they need the plat recorded to get an address to get the building permit. So it's just a kind of a process issue. They're wanting to get started and do all the construction all at once. So that's why they're wanting to bond everything. They're not, anything special about it. It's just that's the main reason. It's where they can go ahead and get a building permit too.
And my second question was, did the common area, did the legal document get put together as far as who's going to take care of that? Has that been satisfied?
What they did, they provided us the covenants restrictions, just showing that there would be a association for the property owners to maintain that.
Any other questions? And I have a recommendation on where it is, gentlemen.
Make a recommendation to approve it.
Have a recommendation to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Site plan for Nicorado Volvo dealership, 63,535 square feet, located on New Paul Road. Tax map 17, parcel 38 and 40. I-2 zoning, property owned by Patriot LLC.
Mr. Chairman, this is a site plan for the 2 structures, which are a total of 63,535 square feet. This is, we looked at the overlay district requirements and the variances that were requested, and they have received those. Everything else that we spoke about at workshop, again, they have addressed our concerns and all the city requirements, and everything seems to be taken care of.
Question?
Going just to item number 3 on our sheet here, just to concur that we'll be allowing to use the lighting on the street poles that were going to be put up. And then we include that within the motion. So that's a bit defined. So that, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the site plan as submitted.
Have a motion to accept. Do I hear a second?
Second, he's got another part.
Oh, you got
I just
no,
wanted just to
sorry.
include within it that we include that the lighting is on the poles they put up for the utilities.
That's fine. Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Final plat, Fannie G. Mills Estate, located at 113 Mill Street, tax map 17D, Group A, Parcel 5, R1 zoning district. Property owned by Anna Johnson.
This is a two-lot subdivision, and the rear lot was be served by an easement, which is allowed in the subdivision regulations. This same subdivision was seen a few months ago, and what they ended up having to do is adjust the building envelope and lot line to accommodate their house that they're proposing, because it didn't fit in that the old building envelope. So this is just essentially a revision of that old plat, and this will void and vacate the previous recording of this.
So the one question on just the parallel of the building or envelope on lot 2, is that running parallel or within the easement setbacks against the L1 line?
It appears to be, and I know this is something that I spoke with the surveyor about after, we had spoken about this issue previously, and I had passed that along to Mr. McConnell, and I believe he is here tonight too, if you have any questions for him.
I just want to just concur that it is consistent, so it is parallel. That's my question. If you're saying it is, it's fine. Just the way it's drawn by measuring it, there is some variance in dimensions.
Yes, sir, it appears to be.
I think we've talked about this some, but is the notion of a lot being serviced by an easement fairly common in the city?
Not really. It is one of those things that we may want to address in our subdivision regulations to make sure that this type thing doesn't happen on a regular basis, because it is better to have the lot frontage rather than have one served by an easement and then maintenance being an issue and that sort of thing. So.
Just directly across from that easement, is there any other driveways or anything going to impede that with a vehicle going in and out of there on that easement?
Let's see. It looks like there could be this driveway. It's really kind of hard to tell from here, but it looks like there could be a driveway in that area right there. But it is a single-family residential subdivision. It's probably very little conflict there.
This area here is right off the old Water Road, right behind the post office, the old brick post office is where this place is located.
Yes, sir. And it is R1, and there's the pictures from last time. This actually shows the driveway. This is the current driveway, and I think what they'll be ended up doing for this is moving that to access both houses from.
Both lots are going to be over 15,000 square feet.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Make a motion to accept as submitted.
Have a motion to accept as submitted. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Final plat, Eastwood Lot 14 re-subdivision, 2 lots located at 143 Rose Street and 102 Taylor Drive. Tax map 18H, Group B, parcel 31 and 32, R1 zoning district. Property owned by Philip and Martha Mankin. Grant?
Yes, sir. This is the re-subdivision that was addressed at the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting earlier. This is the final plat. It's a re-sub. We're moving the lot line from this point to this point, mainly from my understanding to accommodate area outside of the flood zone, which is located in this area here. In the event that this lot is damaged, and under our current ordinance, if it's damaged over 50%, it would have to be abandoned. So this would give this lot buildable area outside of the floodplain in this area right here. And the variance request that was on the Board of Zoning Appeals to accommodate this setback was approved earlier.
Question? Can I hear a motion, gentlemen?
Motion made to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Site plan, Gomez Restaurant, 1,000 square feet, located at 405 Jefferson Pike, tax map 18H, Group B, parcel 4, C3 zoning district. Property owned by William French. Mr. Bragg.
Yes, sir. This was the change of use site plan that was submitted for the site there at the corner of Jefferson Pike and Old Nashville Highway. The issues that we ended up having several issues. It's not an accurate drawing. It wasn't done by an engineer, and particularly it wasn't to scale, and had several other issues that didn't meet current, city requirements. We did speak with him, the applicant, at the workshop, I know, and this was something that we had asked him to either defer or look at maybe withdrawing the application and proceeding, without a change of use. However, he never did give me any indication on which way he wanted to go on that. So we do have the site plan as submitted previously at the workshop, and there were 32 technical items that were not addressed.
Did I have that right? He never called after that workshop? I thought he agreed to defer.
He emailed me and said that he was going to look for the health department inspection records, and then I had emailed him back and just said, well, we need to know whether or not you need to, or you wish to defer the item, and maybe work on getting it drawn up correctly, or withdraw it and proceed without the change of use, and he didn't do either. So.
Well, it was some talk in the workshop that it might not be a change of use. That was discussed a little bit. So.
Yeah, but it was up to him to demonstrate that,
Right,
not up to
right.
us to decide one way or the other.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion
Yeah.
to deny as submitted due to the 32 items as listed on the technical sheet that he was given at the workshop.
I second that.
Have a motion, have a second? Do I have a, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to grant a one-year preliminary plat extension for LT Frank Walkup subdivision.
This is a preliminary plat extension that was requested. We've had a few requests on this previously, and one thing about this is it is farther along than a lot of our previous preliminary plat extensions. They have submitted construction plans, and they are moving along with this, it appears, and They just requested to extend the preliminary plat so it doesn't expire.
Mr. Chairman, I think with everything up to date, I'll make a motion to grant an extension on the subdivision.
Have a motion to grant them
1 year.
extension. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Bonds and letters of credit.
Mr. Chairman, everyone should have a bond sheet in front of them, and the ones we had discussed at the workshop that were coming up pretty close was July 15th, 2010. There was 2 of them, both of those were renewed. The ones that we was talking about at McFarland Point, those were extended to December 16th, 2010, so they got extended those for 6 months. There's a couple coming up in August, and I'll be in contact with the developer and the banks on those.
Questions, gentlemen, lady? I've got one because I had seen in the paper that part of Lake Forest might be in receivership.
Lake Forest.
Yep.
Lake Forest is one of them that just extended the letter of credit, so
Okay. Well, I'm fine then. As long as we get it extended, I'm just wondering. Thank you, sir. Anything else?
I'd like to say happy birthday to Dennis.
Yeah, happy
Yes.
birthday,
Happy
Mr.
Thank
Dennis.
y'all, thank y'all.
I didn't know Dirk got that old, but
29 years old today.
Looking out for a